Hello everyone, my name is Sangeeta and welcome back to my channel. So, if you are new here, this channel is all about art and creativity. So, first thing first, what you're seeing on your screen is a Jibaro inspired painting which I made in this particular tool, which is Corel Painter Essentials. And as you can see, like I have 65 days of trials left in this. So the thing is, like, I registered my device, Wacom device, and it gave me like a few software to choose from, and I could give this a try. So for the time being, like for the next 65 days, I have like full access to this tool. So what I'll be doing is I will walk you through the different tools that are available here, available with this particular software, where to get this software for, and for whom is this particular uh, software suits, like who should be going for it. So yeah, so let's get started. So first thing first, like when you type painter essentials on Google, you come up with the website called painterartist.com, and once you click this, you get to this particular website. So painter essentials is like one of the products which is listed under this website, and this is particularly to make digital art uh, by taking the traditional media onto a digital medium. So what I mean by that is, like, if you scroll further on their particular page, like you can see that you have the options to create digital art of acrylic or watercolor nature or pencils and all that. So the software is designed to make your artwork uh, look and feel the way a particular medium, a particular traditional medium functions, and it's only for that purpose. So unlike tools like GIMP or Photoshop, where you do have option to do some photo manipulations, all those things are not available here. So to get more clarity, like what kind of things that you can make here, you can visit the gallery of this particular page and see the different kinds of artworks that people have created. So these are purely digital paintings that people have done, and if this is something that you would like to stick to, then feel free to go ahead and down the trial versions, and if you like it, you can also make the purchase, which comes around 50-55 dollars. So there's not much to cover about this here. The website does a fair bit of job in creating tutorials, tips and tricks, a support system. So all of these things are listed here that you're free to explore, and do make sure that you check the tech specs as well, which is I think decent. Like any computer these days should be able to do this, able to run these. So yeah, so with this in mind, let's get back to the painter tool, and I'll walk you through all this. So yeah, so as mentioned, like this is purely a tool to make digital art that feels like a traditional medium thing. So you have access to a fairly limited set of tools on the left hand side of the screen. So if you select the brush tool, you can change the brush type and just select this one, and go through the list of different mediums it provides. So we have options for acrylics, oils, watercolors, chalks, all these stuffs. And when you click a particular medium, you have access to all these brushes and all. So you can also download different brushes from separately and then work with them as well. So not there's not much to review here. Like if you are already a traditional medium painter, then you are fairly equipped with the different kinds of brushes we use to make paintings in that particular media. So the only thing that you need to concern yourself is that since this software is made to replicate the way a traditional media painting works, so changing the medium will behave the same way as it does on paper. So let me explain that with an example. So let's say I create a new file. I'll make a landscape one. I'll keep the canvas white, and let's make something with acrylics here. I'll just use something like a glazing. I'll just use this color, and I'm using my mouse to make this one. So as I selected the brush, you can also change the size and opacity. Like, these are very, very basic tools that are available to you. Um, Now that I have created something, where I've quick just ran my brush through it. Let's change it to watercolor. So the purpose of doing this is to show that how different media behaves on paper and how that is replicated over here in the software as well. So I've selected digital watercolor paper, and I'm choosing a broad water brush, and I'll change the color to something like maybe red. So this is white section which is not painted with acrylic. So this is fairly new to and open to experiment with watercolors. My opacity is at 29. I'll just make it 100%, and I'll increase the size a bit as well. So if I yeah, so if I make this kind of movements, this is very much how watercolor behaves on paper. And you can see, like, the texture that it has taken, and the shade of the color that it has taken and replicated over here. But if I move that same brush over the blue specks, it behaves the way something will behave on the paper. So this is the only concern that you need to that you need to keep in mind while working on the system, is that it behaves exactly the way traditional media behaves. So as you can see that I was working in the same layer, and just manipulated in the same layer. Like, if I were to create a new layer, which you can do over here, uh, I'll just hide this one bit, and just make this. So it pretty much behaves the same way a normal watercolor broad brush would behave. So the same features of hiding or showing a layer are also visible here. So you are free to explore all of this. So the majority of Corel Painter Essentials is particularly this, the access to different kinds of um, traditional media tools that are available to you, and the way it behaves in that particular layer. The rest of the things, like the color dropper, which gives you the same color, and gives you the exact color that you are touching on. Background paint bucket, eraser, text. These are more or less, the same. It's just the same set of tools that you find with any other kind of painting tools. So feel free to explore these out. These are fairly simple. The good thing, as an add-on, that they have also done is to include this mirror painting. So this comes handy when you are trying to make something which is symmetrical, like like avoiding mistakes when we make a portraits and all that. So I'll just cover this one. So just select this, and once you have selected on this tool, you can go ahead and select any kind of um, brush that you want to work with, and manipulate the size. So what it does is, like, when you're working with this particular mirror painting, it gives you a divider sort of thing. So whatever you replicate on this side, like, let me just change the color. Whatever you replicate on this side will be copied and produced the exact same way in the mirror kind of thing. So this becomes like a great tool to make face, or go for symmetry, or that you want to produce on your particular painting. So this is more or less the whole of painter essentials that would come handy to you. So I'll just close this file and we'll get back to Jibaro thing. So I'll just walk you through the different layers that I created while making this painting. So as you can see that I have hidden some of the canvas background layers, and whatever is visible is because of the visible layers that are here. So if I just hide this one, you can see that the entire background has gone transparent. And if I enable, like, let's say another hidden layer, sorry, so it looks like this. So the same, this painting was entirely made in these many layers, and I have um hidden, or showed a few of them to get a particular effect that I wanted with my particular painting. So this is like one of the what to say, advantages that you get with while making digital paintings, and is that you do have the option to hide or show different kinds of layers, and then work with it. So so yeah so uh, that's all that I'm going to cover with this particular tool. There's not much to go on about here. I will be using this tool for other another 60 days, and may make some more paintings, but I don't think I'll be going with making the purchase for this one. I have already made some tutorials with GIMP, and I'm uh, fairly good with using that for digital painting as well. So I will be sticking to that open source thing. So that's all for now. You are free to check out the trial versions, make some more paintings, and do let me know, like, what you feel about this particular tool, and what was your experience with that. So yeah, so I'll see you next time then. Till then, make art and take care.